There's a light there moving. I don't know what that light is. I tell it's got fog around it. Now, that one light to the left there is a star, but see the one that's moving? I'm not sure what that is because it's not flashing me. I don't see a pulse light, not yet. If it's an airplane, I don't see a pulse light. Let me zoom it in. Well, what is that? Now, see the star down below it there? It's clear. There's no haze around this star here. But when I move on up to this thing, there's a haze around it. What is that? Where is the haze coming from? Well, I don't know what that thing is. Now, it has a haze around it. This camera can't see it that well. I've seen something like this before now. What is that thing, man? There's the star, and you can see it's clear. Ain't no haze around it. But this thing, this is a moving light. Okay, now look at this. Look at this. There's no clouds up there, and this thing still has a haze around it. See the star to the right? Wow, what is this thing, man? It has a haze around it, but there's no fog. There's no clouds. There's no fog where it's at because I can see the other stars crystal clear around it. Of course, a stupid-ass phone can't pick it up. They can't pick up the other stars, but this thing... Man, this phone is not picking this thing up. This thing is beautiful. Where is that haze coming from? It has a haze all the way around it. Some kind of fuzzy, like misty blue haze around this light. Go back to the star. There's a star. Well, no. There's the star. Now let's go back. There's the haze again. There's a hazy. That is a hazy star moving or something with haze around it. Could it be a comet? I don't know what this thing is, man, but where is that haze coming from? Now, if this phone could see clear, you would see that there are crystal clear stars around in the sky, and none of them have a haze around them, so it's absolutely not fog. I don't know what this thing is, but you can see the haze. It's like in a star pattern. Is that a comet? I mean, what is that thing? Oh, what's this? It's putting out something. Look at that. What is that? I seen one of these about a year ago. I think this could be a rocket from NASA. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it could be. But where is... It could be that. I don't know. But you seen that ring that it put out? Look at that. This thing is beautiful, whatever it is. Now it's kind of fading off. Well, where'd you go? It faded away. What the heck? You know, I wanted to tape that thing, and I seen it in the woods before, but I couldn't do it. Now, I couldn't tape it because I didn't have a camera back then. It was only about a year and a half ago. But this time, I got it. I got it with this phone. What quality stupid phone records that? And let me zoom it back out. Now there is the moon. The moon is in a crescent shape, but this camera can't see it that well. That thing vanished. That light just freaking vanished. It put off a blue ring, and then it just vanished. There's a star. Another star. Now you can see 2 stars. There's a star. This phone has 2 camera lenses. If you could have seen what that blue ring looked like with a naked eye, it was beautiful. I mean, this thing was absolutely beautiful. But what was it? It disappeared. If it was a rocket, did it go into space? Now, that blue ring, if it were a rocket, if it was like a Falcon X rocket, the ones that NASA launches, where would it have come from around here? The only NASA rocket launching pad that I know of is out in California, and there's one in Florida. I don't know where this come from. If I could ever get that stinking phlegm out of my throat, I could talk. Boy, that shit is torturous. And there's a star. Now there's some bright stars over here toward the east. Yeah, you can see the stars a little bit now. I can't stand this phone. Now that looks pretty. I wish I had a camera that could take super pictures of the stars. Man, this stuff sucks when you can't take pictures. But I'll tell you, if you could have seen that thing, man, it was beautiful. But what was it? I've seen one of those before, like I was saying, 1.5 years ago. And I seen on the internet somebody videotaped one of these objects like that flying through the sky with a camera. And I don't know what it is, what that thing is. I don't know where they come from. I don't know what causes it. I don't know if it's a rocket or what, man. If it were a rocket, you would see it discharge the booster engines, because the booster engines come off the rockets. I don't know. Let me clean the lens on the phone. Let me clean the lens of the camera that's on the phone. Well, you know what, folks? This time I got it. This time I nailed it. This time I caught that thing, man. And I don't know what it is. You know, I wish I was sitting with a girl right now under these stars. So beautiful. I'd have, you know, I wish I was sitting with my dream girl, my crush. I don't know what that thing was, man. I don't see any more of them. Now, I don't know how far it was up. And I don't know what that mist was in front of it. The mist was all around it. I don't know what that mist was. That star there, I think, that's not actually a star. That's a planet. What I'm filming now, I think it's one of the planets. I'm not sure which one. Mercury, Venus, maybe Saturn, maybe, I don't know. I'd have to have a telescope and zoom it in. Well, I don't know, man. I have no idea. But look how it shows different when you turn a light on. Now there's some kind of glow there over the horizon. I don't know what that is. I don't see anything, but I'll take a picture of myself and show my face on who it was who filmed this thing flying through the sky. It could have been a rocket. It could have been a satellite. I don't know. Usually when that blue ring comes out, that's the thing discharging the boosters, the booster rocket engines. That's what lifts it off the ground to get it up in the air. Once it gets so far up near outer space, it'll discharge those boosters. It'll discharge the booster rockets. They fall off of it, and where they fall, nobody knows. I wouldn't want to be under them, under where they're falling to, I'll tell you that. I mean, I wouldn't want to be under where they disconnected from that thing at. I don't know about that. I doubt it. I wouldn't want to be under it. It did it over that way, so they would fall miles over that way. I don't know, man. Maybe if I show this video to somebody, maybe they might know what it was, but you can't hardly see it that well because the camera on this phone isn't worth a shit. Well, I'm going to end this video now. One last look at that beautiful star. Oh, I wish there was a girl sitting with me right now. Wish I had my arm around her and holding her close, resting on her shoulder, put my head on her shoulder. Sweet love. Gears. There's my heater. There's my foot. This is just to prove I'm sitting out here homeless, as I've been for years. So I'm gonna turn this off now. Oh, it's so pretty.